guarantees, corpses, and illegitimacy. Soloviev constructs a coherent interpretation of the Ukraine negotiations as a process in which Europe is portrayed as incapable of independent policy, Ukraine as an object of external control and financial bargaining, and Russia as the sole actor whose red lines are declared natural and immutable. Importantly, this is not simply a collection of emotional attacks. The text reveals a systemic logic, defining the boundaries of acceptable compromise in advance, delegitimizing alternative sources of information, and presenting a moral order in which pressure on Ukraine is perceived as realism and the European position as hypocrisy. 1. Negotiations as a spectacle, Europe as the wrong addressee. The opening frame sets the tone. 2 days of negotiations, nothing new, 10 points of security guarantees, and the question, who are they writing to? This is a typical technique for devaluing diplomatic procedure. Any European proposals are declared in advance to be bureaucratic noise, having no impact on reality, that is, Moscow's position. Then follows a key transition. Brussels and Berlin refuse to listen to Moscow, and they don't care. What's important here isn't the crude register, but the meaning. The speaker is essentially asserting that taking Russia's position into account isn't a subject for negotiations, but the sole criterion of rationality. Europe is removed from its role as an equal participant and relegated to the category of an external source of interference. As I understand it, Russia is demanding more territory than it has managed to seize militarily, particularly in Donbass, but potentially in Zaporizhia and Kherson. Since 2022, Donbass, 2 republics, have become an integral part of the Russian Federation, thanks to referendums held there. That's what we have with regard to Donbass. Furthermore, similar events have occurred in the Zaporizhia and Kherson oblasts, so we currently have 4 entities that are an integral part of the Russian Federation. I'm not talking about Crimea. That history dates back to 2014, as we all remember. So we have only 5 entities, and we absolutely cannot compromise on this issue because, in our view, that would be a revision of a very important element of our statehood, enshrined in our constitution. And so here we are. What could be the outcome of our negotiations with the US administration? That's an open question.